Welcome to the channel. And our today's subject of discussion is very important topic. That is top 20 toxic culture indicators framework and survival guide. This in general is our video number 96. The first category is related to the item people and well-being. That is the toxic culture indicators which have which have very severe effect on human being. Number one, burnout, that is chronic exhaustion, long hours, no recovery cycle. Number two, indicators, emotional detachment, that is employees stop caring, minimal effort, लो ओनरशिप। इसका मतलब यह है कि एम्प्लॉयज अपने आप को इनडिफरेंट महसूस करते हैं। लैक ऑफ साइकोलॉजिकल सेफ्टी, पीपल डोंट स्पीक अप, चुप हो जाते हैं एम्प्लॉयज, दे डोंट चैलेंज आइडियाज और एडमिट मिस्टेक्स। चौथा नंबर, फ्री फियर बेस्ड एनवायरनमेंट, हर वक्त एक फियर नजर आता हो, एक खतरा नजर आता हो एम्प्लॉयज को, डिसीजन ड्रिवन बाय द फियर ऑफ पनिशमेंट रादर देन पर्पस, कोई मकसदियत सामने ना हो और हर टारगेट के लिए फियर एक वेपन के तौर पर इस्तेमाल किया जाए। लैक ऑफ recognition, that is, effort is ignored, only mistakes get admission, only mistakes get attention. The second category of toxic culture indicator is related to leadership and power dynamics. It is number one, blame culture, problem finger pointing instead of root cause analysis. एनालिसिस करने के बजाय फिंगर पॉइंट एक कल्चर बन जाता है। माइक्रो मैनेजमेंट, नो autonomy, excessive control over minor tasks. Number 3, favoritism and bias, that is unequal opportunities based on relationships, not merit. मेरिट नहीं होता, फेवरटिज्म और बायसनेस होती है। चौथा, lack of accountability at the top. Leaders avoid responsibility. Double standard exist. नीचे वाली मैनेजमेंट के लिए तो अकाउंटेबिलिटी है, लेकिन टॉप मैनेजमेंट के लिए कोई अकाउंटेबिलिटी नहीं है। एथिकल compromises, that is shortcuts, manipulation, or ends justify the means thinking. Three category toxic culture indicators की है communication and trust, और इसमें पहले नंबर पर है lack of transparency. Decisions are hidden. Communication is selective. Gossips and clicks. Informal power group replace formal communication channels. तीसरा नंबर, passive aggressive behavior, indirect resistance, silence or hidden conflict. चौथा नंबर, poor conflict resolution. Issues linger on, unresolved or become personal. चौथी कैटेगरी टॉक्सिक कल्चर इंडिकेटर्स की है रिलेटेड टू स्ट्रक्चर एंड सिस्टम, और उसमें है अनक्लियर रोल्स एंड एक्सपेक्टेशंस, यानी कंफ्यूजन ओवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज एंड सक्सेस criteria, no clarity, misaligned goals, department work in silos or against each other, resistance to change, new ideas are rejected, status quo dominates. ये दूसरा और तीसरा ये बहुत अहम है। फिर चौथा, ओवर एम्फेसिस ऑन शॉर्ट टर्म रिजल्ट्स, यानी लॉन्ग टर्म का कोई प्लानिंग नहीं है, उनकी रिजल्ट्स के हवाले से कोई पॉलिसी नहीं है। टारगेट्स ओवरराइड सस्टेनेबिलिटी एंड एम्प्लॉय वेल बीइंग। अगली कैटेगरी है टॉक्सिक कल्चर इंडिकेटर्स की, जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आउटकम से रिलेटेड हैं। दैट इज, पहले नंबर पर हाई टर्नओवर, फ्रीक्वेंट रेजिग्नेशंस, लॉस ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस टैलेंट। और दूसरे नंबर पर है रेपुटेशन डैमेज, दैट इज नेगेटिव एम्प्लॉयर ब्रांड, पुअर एक्सटर्नल परसेप्शन। Here is the infographic related to the top 20 toxic culture indicators framework, which is self-explanatory. So, how to use this framework? First of all, we should consider score each indicators, and the proposed rating is rate from 1 to 5. Number 1 mean the toxic culture is not present. Number 3 mean moderate issue. Number 5 is severe problem. Then evaluate all 20 toxic cultures indicators and then study the result. If the total is 20 to 40, it means organization is generally healthy. If the total is from 41 to 60, organization has early toxicity forming. If the score is 61 to 80, there is a serious issue of dysfunctional of the organization. And if the result is from 81 to 100, then the organization is deeply toxic culture systematic. Now, critical insight, the toxic loop. The toxic indicator discussed above, they reinforce each other. जैसा कि माइक्रो मैनेजमेंट करेंगे तो बर्नआउट होगा, बर्नआउट होगा तो टर्नओवर होगा, लैक ऑफ ट्रांसपेरेंसी होगी तो गॉसिप्स पे होगा, डिस्ट्रस्ट होगा, कोई ट्रस्ट नहीं हो, ब्लेम कल्चर होगा, then it will result in fear and silence and a repeated failure. Once this loop forms, culture becomes self-sustaining and difficult to fix without leadership intervention. Coming to the early warning versus advanced toxicity. At an early stage, you can see occasional burnout of the employees, minor communication gaps. But if the toxicity has reached the advanced stage, then it will result in widespread distrust, high turnover, open conflicts, and disengagement. At advanced stages, culture becomes self-sustaining and resistant to change. What actually matters most for the companies or organizations? Let us try to clarify. Not all indicators are equal. The most dangerous root drivers are lack of psychological safety, leadership accountability gaps, blame culture, and lack of transparency. If these exist, other problems will naturally follow. The toxic workplace is not defined by pressure or high expectation by the organization. It is defined by sustained patterns that damage trust, fairness, and human dignity. High performance organizations can be demanding, but they do not normalize fear, silence, or unfairness. A simple but powerful test is: do employees feel safe, valued, and heard? If the honest answer is no, toxicity is present, regardless of financial performance of a company. A toxic workplace is not defined by pressure or high standard. It is defined by how people are treated under pressure. Healthy organizations may be demanding, but they still maintain trust, fairness, respect, and accountability without fear. Now, under these conditions, what is the survival guide if employees are trapped in a toxic culture? Someone is stuck in the highly toxic workplace. The goal is damage control first, exit strategy second. Here's a concise and practical approach. To start with, protect yourself. That is the immediate action. So, an employee should set clear boundaries, hours, workload, and communication. Don't overextend. Fix a broker system. Avoid emotional reaction. Stay professional and neutral. Thereafter, document everything. Keep records of tasks, instructions, approvals, and conflicts or unfair treatment. This protects you if blame culture exists. You should have minimum exposure, stay away from gossips and clips, limit unnecessary interactions with a toxic individual, focus on your core responsibility. Build internal and external support. Identify at least one trustworthy colleague or mentor. Start networking outside the company quietly. Then, maintain your mental and physical health, which is very important. Prioritize sleep, routine, and stress management. Don't let the workplace define your self worth. And the most important is improve your skill relevant to your field. Update CV, LinkedIn, and start exploring opportunities. And plan a strategic exit if it's the need be. Don't quit impulsively unless absolutely necessary. Leave when you have a better offer or financial stability. Don't resign suddenly out of danger, out of anger or frustration. Only quit immediately if staying would seriously harm your health, safety, or integrity. Otherwise, plan your exit carefully. Secure another job for financial backup first. Bottom line, you can survive a toxic workplace temporarily, but should not normalize it. Stabilize yourself, protect your reputation, and plan your exit intelligently. Yep, this is very, very important. You can survive a toxic workplace culture temporarily, but you should not normalize it. Stabilize yourself first, protect your reputation, and if required, plan your exit intelligently with intelligently without any damage and without any loss to yourself. This we conclude our discussion on the subject of 20 most important toxic culture indicators and survival guide. Thank you and thank you very much.